Hey guys, Nick here with Gear Nut, and today we're going to be taking a look at custom hanks or bandanas or everyday carry snot rags, whatever you guys want to call it. So when I first started EDCing, I totally spaced off and didn't even consider carrying a bandana. And I tell you what, over the years I've realized how useful it is to have a chunk of cloth or a handkerchief or something like that in your back pocket that you can utilize. You can wipe up messes, you can clean spillings off of you immediately. You don't have to hunt around and find anything. You don't have to blow your nose on your t-shirt. You can actually use this to blow your nose if you absolutely had to. Sometimes you mow the yard and your allergies just set in and you will do anything, I mean anything, to get rid of that feeling of your nose about to run a waterfall. So it's nice to have a bandana with you. And I tell you what, the first thing I stepped into was shop rags. I just had those laying around. Just a red shop rag. This is one of the ones I used in my water pump job yesterday. No, the day before yesterday actually. And these things are awesome. I used about 4 of them on the water pump job. And they're nice to clean nuts and bolts off, wipe some sweat off of your face, because let's face it, it was 100 degrees here in Nebraska. It was ridiculous. But when you have to repair something, you have to repair something. So shop rags, that's one of the first things I stepped into. I used the blue disposable shop towels for a little while, and then I used these red shop rags. And then I got a couple of these bandanas. Now, the thing about these bandanas is they are so thin. They don't really absorb as much moisture. So, you know, over the couple months that I use these bandanas, I still use these bandanas at work in case I just lose it, you know, and somebody picks it up. I'm not too worried about that. But I still keep these around. I use them at work, but they're so thin that they don't absorb as much as I would like, you know. Some of these red shop towels absorb a lot more than some of these bandanas. So, but a bandana just feels better than a shop rag. So my wife sat down and made some custom handkerchiefs. And I got 2 of these blue ones. These are ships. And this is my favorite one out of the bunch. This is a ship pattern on the back. This is the blue, and the same pattern in white and blue. I absolutely love ships. I absolutely love planes. I love submarines. Just a total, I don't even know what you call that. An aviation and marine fan, I guess I should say. But, you know, I'm here in Nebraska. We don't have much of that around here. But anyhow, my wife went to, not Menards, I want to say Menards. That's where I got this bandana. But my wife went to Hobby Lobby, picked up a bunch of material, came home and made me 5 or 6 of these bandanas. And actually, I should call them a custom handkerchief, because that's what they're more like. They're double the thickness as a normal bandana. They're stitched around the edge. No, my wife is not going to be making and selling these things. It's just something she did to be nice to me. And I tell you what, after doing all that work and all that sewing, she is all for me buying my next couple bandanas or handkerchiefs. So, who makes the best hanks is what I want to know. Comment section below, who makes your best custom handkerchiefs or some of the awesome patterns. I want to know that, because I'm going to try to pick a couple of those up and show them on my channel. So the first one's the ship one. The second one she made was the airplane one. Now this one's a little bit more of a canvasy feel, you know, but it's really cool. It's got a lot of planes. It's got really nice map on it. It's got nice little chartered flight paths on it. The backside is just going to be a tan, you know, she backed it. She did a really cool stitch. I'm not a sewer. I don't know what this stitch is, but it's like a zigzag stitch all the way around. Must have used a whole spool of thread. I mean, there's a whole bunch of thread on here. So, my wife's not a big sewer either, so it's really nice of her to do this. The last one is my kid's favorite. Now, in this household, we are a big Marvel fan. My kids are not old enough for DC comic stuff yet. There's a little bit of violence and dark side in there. But eventually, we're going to introduce my 2 little boys to Deadpool. So, but for now, we're going to stick with Marvel. I'm a huge Captain America fan. Absolutely huge. I love Captain America stuff. It's just, it fits me to a T. My little boy started out, the littlest one, Nathan, started out loving the Hulk. Now he's over to Spider-Man. And my other son, Noah, the older one, loves Iron Man. So, and you got Thor back here swinging his Mjolnir. Totally freaking awesome. Totally freaking awesome. So, this one is backed in black. I mean, you can't go wrong backing it in black. So, but anyhow, these are just some of the custom hanks that my wife made. You know, these are going to be put to good use. But comment section below, who makes the best hanks? I'd like to know that. If you guys are watching this, do not underestimate the power of a handkerchief or a bandana. They're totally freaking useful. I mean, they're one of the best things that you could carry around on you. So I just used this handkerchief the other day, actually yesterday. I was grilling up some steaks and my grill lid handle got freakishly hot. So I bet you that my isolators for that heat on that handle are gone. It's an old grill, but I had to use a handkerchief wrapped around that handle as a hot pad to lift up the grill every time to flip over those New York strips. And yeah, this one still smells like my deliciously grilled dinner last night. So this one does need to get washed. It's nice to have some backups, and that's what these are. So don't underestimate a bandana or a handkerchief or a hanky or even a red shop rack. If this is all you got, these are still freaking useful. So comment section below, tell me about your experience and tell me what you guys are using and if you found that these are useful. So here in Nebraska, it's been 100 degrees and sweating profusely, so it's really nice to have something to keep the sweat out of your eyes, and that's what these are all really used for right now. So you can blow your nose on them. You can use them for all sorts of things. You can even help filter some of your water. Wouldn't say purify, but filter some of your water in a survival situation. So there's Sensible Prepper's got a really nice video about his 101 uses of a bandana. So just a hank of cloth is one of the most useful things. So that's what I got. Hope you enjoyed the video. Comment section below, go check that out and see what everybody's saying, and I will check you guys later.